Hey guys, my name is Jonathan, but you can call me Just Johnny. Today I want to talk a little bit about the channel, what my plans are, my thoughts about it. I've been trying to, before I get into all that, I've been trying to get into filming in public a little bit more because I'm so embarrassed. Like just now I waited for some dude to like pass by before I started filming. I don't know, it's just very hard for me to, I guess I'm too self-conscious. But what I wanted to also say is I live in Berlin and it is such a loud city. Like, I have been walking for the past hour trying to find a place to film that's not too loud. Like, you'll always hear the cars in the background, you'll hear the trams, and then if not that, there's always people talking, etc. I mean, I went through two different parks. Both were too close to the road, so they're too loud. And then I also, like, I'm in this really big park now, and so many areas of it are too close to the road and you just constantly hear traffic. Okay, rant over. I'm not going to go too much into it. The future, or like, I guess not the future of this channel, but just my thoughts on this channel and kind of like what I want to do with it. So for the longest time, I've always, I guess I'll just go through the history real quick. I started off in middle school making Pokemon card videos. I would unbox cards and I would do some Pokemon card related stuff. So like I made a Pokemon card wallet, I had a Pokemon card wall that I was building, and I mean even people sent me some stuff sometimes and I opened that and read letters and stuff like that. It was really cool. But then at some point at the end of middle school, start of high school, I switched into video games. So the main game I played was Team Fortress 2. My mentality was, okay, I'm playing video games anyways, why not upload it and gain a following? And so at some point I realized that I could monetize my channel, and so I did, and then it really quickly became all about making money. I would be really upset when videos didn't do well. I would delist videos that wouldn't do well quick enough, I guess. But it's crazy, you know, the channel that I had for this gaming content had 2 to 3K subs, and like between that, and it was making $100 a month at some point. And that was really cool for me, you know. It was kind of like this moment where I realized I don't need 1 million subscribers to have success, you know, well, in quotation marks, success, like make a living, you know. $100 is not a living, but like, you know what I mean, for a kid that's a living. But following through that, I just kind of was too stuck up on making content that was good for the algorithm, popular stuff. I never really made content. I mean, there was a couple times, like I made some, on this channel, you'll see the videos that I made that were more just for fun and messing around with my college friends. But then it kind of all stopped because, I mean, I told you in another video I posted recently, I rebranded to Perfectly Imperfect, and I was trying really hard to monetize everything, and yeah, so yeah, oh man, okay, people coming in. Yeah, so I've moved now because I'm embarrassed, but I'm in a more public area, so I hope I can manage to survive. I just felt a little bit out of place in the dog park, maybe. Like the lady came in and I felt like she didn't want me there, but it's fine, it's fine. So yeah, like channel started becoming more and more about like appeasing the algorithm. I would constantly apologize for not uploading properly, and like it stopped being a hobby and it sort of became like the system of I need to appease a bunch of people that I don't know. And of course, like I want to make content that other people enjoy as well, but I gotta make content that I enjoy, you know, like I think that's kind of the purpose of the channels that I've made. Um, yeah, and so then like I tried really hard to like build a brand, monetize it in the form of this perfectly imperfect. That's what this channel used to be called. I was making shorts. I was uploading on some sort of schedule, and I had a Patreon, and I had all these sorts of like different ways that people could support me, and it just didn't make any sense because I had 20 subscribers. Like I don't know, it just felt like I was trying to be something I wasn't. I'm really glad I came to this point in time where I felt capable and strong to like do what I really like to do, which is just film stuff that I like, like little vlogs, little music cuts, just talking about the things I enjoy and ideas I've had. Yeah, and so I'm really glad that that's now a thing. And so I have this sort of little self-imposed schedule now where I kind of want to upload every Saturday. It's definitely more of like a self-imposed thing where I don't need to get it done every Saturday. It's fun to have like a deadline to kind of creatively challenge myself. But I am not going to be too hard on myself if I miss that deadline. Also, just real quick, VelskiBum94 has been a follower and fan of my channels for a really long time, and he recently commented on my video that nature is healing because Jonathan is uploading again. So if you actually watch my videos, then comment down below that you saw this and you're actually a true fan. No, I'm kidding, but it's also quite interesting to see how much of the videos people actually watch. If it's just like family and friends that really enjoy it, like, I don't know, a lot of people oftentimes, sorry, I'm moving around a lot, but there are a lot of insects on me right now. Yeah, so like, it's interesting to see like, okay, well, not a lot of people comment on videos. I think people maybe share, people subscribe, but not a lot of people like to leave comments. And I think it's a multitude of things. So some people just don't have accounts. I know a lot of my family members that just don't use YouTube that much. They don't have accounts, so why would they comment? But a lot of times also, you just don't feel the desire to comment. Like for me, if I'm commenting on a video, I like really, really have this burning question, or there's something I'm really interested, or it's a smaller channel where I'm trying to like motivate them. Like there's this channel I recently saw that I thought they had like hundreds of thousands of subscribers because their editing style was just so fantastic, but I think they only had a few thousand. And so I wrote a comment and I mentioned that because I was like, damn, like good job, that's so cool that like you have such good editing style that it feels like so professional, and they liked it and they replied. And I think it means a lot more to creators than the commenters realize, like, of course, I'm not making videos for commenters and I'm not making videos just to read comments, but I actually, like, I read all comments, I also read and I really enjoy seeing like what people think about the videos. Of course, I won't let that influence me too much like I used to, but yeah. So like I really enjoy these talking head style videos where I can just share my ideas. It's also kind of like a way for me to back up my thoughts in a way. Like, of course, I have my notes and I have different places where I store different things, but it's really fun. Like it's like a little time capsule. And I remember when I was cleaning up my old Johnny G Fleet channel, I found some really old videos of like Spanish projects I made in middle school and English projects I made in high school. And it was just so fun to see what I was like back then, like your memories, of course, change over time and they fade, or they just, like certain things just aren't there anymore. And I don't know. So I kind of want to make this because I feel like in the future I'll really appreciate it. Oftentimes I think about how I just want to live life and I don't want to film and I don't want to take pictures, but that's such a shame, you know? Like, you don't need to make it such a big part of what you're doing and let it distract you from living. But you should also do it because I think your future self would be so happy about it. Yeah, like, how do I say? I try when I'm on vacation or when I'm going around, like, I try to take pictures really quickly, not really observe, and it's just like little snapshots in time where I'm able to remember better what I was feeling and what was going on because I'm present, but I'm just quickly taking a picture here and there. I've gotten a little bit away from the point, but this channel, I'm so excited to try to build it up again. My goal is just to have this as a hobby. I think I would love, honestly, I would love to do YouTube as a full-time job. But personally, I think that would make me hate it in a way. And I'd like to just keep it as a hobby. As soon as you make it a job, you have to think about like what makes the most money. I mean, you have to survive, right? So like you can't just make whatever content you want if it's not popular and it doesn't get views and it doesn't make money. So I kind of want to keep it as like a hobby, and just make content that I really enjoy, as long as I can, you know? Yeah. I am getting, like, I haven't made a video in such a long time, so I had a couple of friends reach out to me and say that in my first video back I seemed a little nervous or a little awkward, and I don't know, it's just so exciting to see myself getting back into making videos and how like I'm getting more comfortable making videos, and now the biggest step is making videos in public. Because when you're traveling, like there's these beautiful shots, and you want to talk in front of them, or I don't know, like I don't want to be that obnoxious YouTuber like who sees everything as like, oh shit, what the fuck. Okay, well, that was fun. See, I hate things that buzz, and then when things that buzz jump into my ears, I don't like that. Okay, so I'll probably try to keep that in because it's kind of funny. But yeah, I don't want to be those YouTubers who see everything as like a Disneyland, you know? Like, they're the only people that matter, and yeah, it feels icky. I want to respect that people around me exist, that this is just a shared space, that if I want to be loud and obnoxious, I can do that in my own home, but if I'm out in public, I should respect others, you know? I don't know, I also find it really fun that I kind of let go of this expectation to make what's popular and do what's trending, because I can kind of explore different editing styles, you know? Like, last video was very, very unedited and kind of raw, but this video I kind of wanted to do that, but add a little bit extra in. I swear this fly is about to go into my ear again. And yeah, so like I'm kind of like building up my editing skills again. I'm trying different cuts and different and getting used to the phone editing. It's so much fun. Like, it's really frustrating because like I've got shaky hands and like fat fingers, so it's really difficult for me sometimes to scale things without it like scaling too much or like glitching out and like I mess something up. But this is why I love editing on the PC. But if I'm traveling, and I don't have a laptop right now, I only have a desktop PC, and if I'm traveling, like, I don't know, it just won't happen then. So I want to learn how to edit now when I have the time and I'm not like too busy enjoying my travels, so that I can get better, make it go faster, and then can share stuff without needing to, like, in the moment, you know. I think a friend of mine, she used to send me photos of when she was traveling, when she was hiking and stuff like that, and it was just so simple, just a couple photos here and there, no words even attached. Sometimes there were words, but not always, and it felt as if I would be able to be there experiencing it with her. And so for me, like, I kind of want to share what I'm doing and, like, have you guys experiencing it with me, like, from my point of view. I'm trying not to do all these cinematic cuts and edits and stuff like that, and just kind of filming from my eyes. Okay, that sounds stupid, but like filming from what I'm seeing. So, like, not all of these crazy transitions, and, like, of course I want to do that, but, like, I want you guys to see what I see. I want you guys to experience life from my headspace, and I'm trying to figure out how to do that in the best way possible, and along the way making it as interesting as possible. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just my friends being supportive, but I've heard from my friends often that the way my brain works is so funny because there's just random stuff all the time and it's constantly going, and I'll come up with the craziest shit. And yeah, like, I kind of want to share that, if that makes sense. Like, I think my whole life I've always been, well, maybe not as a kid, I'll have to ask my mom about that, but I've always been into sharing what I have and sharing as much as I can. And so, like, if I come across travel hacks while I'm traveling, I do want to share that. Or if I come across amazing restaurants, I want to share that. And, like, in college, I used to share my notes with everyone. I used to make group chats so everyone could share stuff between each other. And, like, I just really love this community feeling. And it's so difficult to have nowadays. I know it's possible. I really know it's possible. But for myself, it's really difficult to put myself out there. I mean, after COVID, I think everyone has kind of become a little bit more introverted and more at home. And, like, my biggest dream for this channel is for it to become a community. The last video I talked about this gamification idea. I would love so dearly to have sort of this shared gamification where we're all working in tandem to just build a beautiful life. Not just for ourselves, but for each other, you know? And I know it sounds cheesy, and I know a lot of people say, like, oh, well, you can't live off of making a community, like, you can't, like, that's not a job, or whatever. But why not try, you know? And if it's just like a side hobby, I want to try. And that's sort of the mantra of this year for me, you know? Like, I just want to do what feels right and not rely on what other people say, because they're not living my life, right? I've said this in my first video back. Like, I live with my decisions. And if my decisions cause me to be homeless, like, well, RIP. But I don't know. I don't play it so unsafe and make such rash decisions that something like this is likely to happen. I think this probably comes from a very naive, privileged place, but I have noticed so often now that things are getting so much lower quality. I mean, you've seen shrinkflation, you've seen how companies are just absolutely ripping you off with these subscription models. Like, the fact that you need to subscribe to car seat heaters for some cars nowadays. Like, everything is about profit and making more and more and more money instead of just, like, making something for people. obviously you can't survive and make more stuff for people if you're just doing it for the people. But oh my god, what is this fly doing around my head? But it's just so ridiculous how much these companies are willing to screw over the people that are buying their products because they want more money. And maybe I'm stating the obvious. Maybe I'm like being like, oh my god, I'm 13 and this is deep, you know, like this kind of mentality of like, whoa, I just figured out capitalism or late stage capitalism or whatever. But it's just really frustrating to see. And it kind of feels like a scam a little bit, you know, like sometimes I'm playing video games, like a video game I've recently decided that I probably won't be playing anymore, Apex Legends. They just are so greedy, and their parent company, Electronic Arts, is just so greedy. They charge hundreds of euros or dollars, whatever currency, like dollars or euros, for skins in a game. Like, obviously the argument, oh, it's just pixels, doesn't really apply, because like if you really play the game, you can really enjoy certain customizations, but you can't even trade in this game. You can't even sell it at some point if you don't like it anymore. You can't trade with other people. It's purely profit for them. And I've always been this free-to-play player where I do my best to, like, I think I've spent 10 euros into the game just for the battle pass once, and then you get enough in-game currency from that to be able to buy the next battle pass, etc. So, I mean, it takes a little bit of grinding, but I always manage to do it for free, in quotation marks, asterisk. But now they're deciding that they want to not only split this pass into two, they want to charge $20 and not have a free option available. And so that's $40 per season, and that's just ridiculous, you know? Like, I don't understand why subscription models are the most profitable. I understand, and like, then you don't need to constantly be looking for new customers, and you don't need to spend so much on marketing because you have old customers with subscriptions. But why do these companies need to rip us off so much, you know? Like, why can't they... yeah. I mean, obviously the company Respawn that makes the game has to listen to what EA wants, and what EA wants has to listen to what the shareholders want, and the shareholders don't even give a shit about anything. They just want profits, and they want to see every month or every quarter or every half year see profits expand. Which, I don't know, if you're making a ton of money, why can't you just leave it at that, you know? I think this like mentality of more, and not even doing anything with it, you know, like in a video game, okay, you're getting more profits, so hopefully you would be putting more money into making the game better. But I don't know. Like, oh my god, okay, I'm being attacked by bugs everywhere. I might be ending this video soon. I'm definitely going into a beyond rant from what I was talking about originally, but insgesamt, what I wanted to say was, I want to live my life a little bit differently than what's conventional. I think you need one person to change something for more people to realize something is possible. I'm not expecting to be like this revolutionist or something like this, but I just don't think I need to live my life making immense amounts of profits at the expense of others, you know? Like, I want to live, and I want to earn enough so that I can save and live comfortably. But beyond that, I feel like isn't necessary, you know? Like, I don't need a Lamborghini. I don't need $1 million mansion. Like, none of that even sounds nice to me. Anyways, so welcome to the end of the video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. So a little backstory behind the footage that you guys saw of, like, I don't know, I guess the B-roll between what I was talking. I think I was watching my last video where I talked about the idea, and I really liked it, you know, because it was kind of was kind of me, you know, like just talking about some idea I have. It was so real. Um, and it kind of was unapologetic for being a little bit boring, maybe boring to watch, not so boring to listen to, at least for me. Yeah, but I just wanted to introduce the place that I live at, and the B-roll kind of shows these parts of it that I really find beautiful. And I think it also breaks up the talking a little bit, so it's a bit easier to digest in video form. Because while I think what I was talking about is somewhat interesting, well, interesting to me, like if it's someone who doesn't know me, for example, it might be a little bit difficult to enjoy just someone talking at the camera. Yeah, so another thing I do want to mention is that I have a super nice, super big plan coming September 5th. So I might be doing a little bit of like little parts of puzzles at the end of each video coming from now on. So keep an eye out for that. I'll put them at the end of the video. I think I already said that, but just in case I didn't. And so like there will be a piece at the end of this video and then the end of the next video. And if you watch to the end and you piece them all together, you'll find out what I'm planning for September 5th. Yeah, so anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching to the end of the video, actually. And I don't know, maybe I already said that, but if you guys feel like commenting, subscribing, like that really means a lot to me. And yeah, commenting, subscribing, maybe even dropping a little like, you know, smashing that like button. Yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoy, and peace out. Bye.